Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Mr. Kovold, and in this video I'm going to be going over the notation for symbolizing isotopes. Let's get into this. So when we're symbolizing an isotope, this is the way we usually do it. So we have X, which represents the chemical symbol, and then on the top left corner of the symbol you have an A, and that represents your mass number. And we have Z here, which represents the atomic number. And so when you write out the symbol, you have, for example, Ne would be the symbol for neon. The top number here is your mass number, the A number here. That represents the total number of protons and neutrons. And your bottom number here is your atomic number, and that represents the number of protons. So I have that written here. So your Z represents the number of protons, which is again your atomic number. A is the mass number, which is the total number of protons and neutrons. And the way you can remember that is you have the mass of a single atom. So when we're talking about isotopes, we're talking about single atoms here. And so when we're talking about the mass of a single atom, about 99% of the mass of an atom is in the nucleus, and the two particles are in the two particles that are in the nucleus are the protons and the neutrons. So if we think about the mass number as being what the mass of the atom is, it makes sense that that would be the number of protons plus the number of neutrons. So that might be a way to remember that, and that the atomic number is just the number of protons. So if you take the mass number and subtract out the atomic number, you get the number of neutrons, which is represented by a capital N when we're talking about nuclear chemistry. And so here I can take the top number, 21, subtract out 10, the number of protons, and this particular isotope has 11 neutrons. Okay, so the next thing is this word nuclide. When we're talking about nuclear chemistry, we often call a particular isotope of an atom is called a nuclide. So just keep that in mind. So we're going to be talking about nuclides in nuclear chemistry. And so what about the subatomic particles? The subatomic particles we can also symbolize in a very similar fashion. So the symbol for the particle, or for the proton, is going to be this small p. And again, the top number could be considered the mass number. The mass of a proton is about one AMU. It's defined as 1 AMU. And then the bottom number, if we're keeping this the same here, the atomic number, then that would be the same as 1, because the atomic number is the number of protons. So the number of protons is the atomic number. So since we're looking at one proton, that would be 1. So this represents 1 proton. The neutron symbol is going to be the small n, with again a top number is 1, because again it's the mass is 1 AMU. And then here we have 0 for the atomic number. That's because if we're thinking about the atomic number being the number of protons, well, there are no protons here. It's just a neutron. So that's going to be 0. So that represents 0 protons. And then finally, the electron symbol is going to be the small e, letter small e for electron. And then 0 here for the mass number. This is going to be basically 0 AMUs. This does not mean that the electron has 0 mass. That's not the case. It does have mass, but it's about 2,000 times smaller than the mass of a proton or neutron. So we just give that a symbol of 0. So it's a 0 atomic, 0 mass number. Now this number down here, -1, that represents the charge of the electron. So this number here is a little bit different than what we mean by the number here. If we remember that the electron is a -1, well, that would be like having an atomic number of a -1 as well. And we'll see how that works when we talk about balancing nuclear equations and how this -1 plays a role in the balancing of the nuclear equation. So if we think of this as a -1 or an atomic number of -1. Okay. And so that's it for this video. I hope this was helpful. I hope this clarified anything about the notation of isotopes. If you like this video, please make sure you like, share this video, subscribe to my channel. So hit that notification bell right up there or right down here somewhere. Make sure that you click all for the so that way you can be notified by all the videos I put out. Hit that like button right over here. Down here is the like button, and so that way you can like my videos. I'm sorry, I'm fumbling over my words today. So again, finally, make sure you put down a comment down below so that way you can let me know what you think, and if you've got any questions I can answer. Thanks for joining me, and have a great day.